Oh yeah. Well, hello again. Welcome back to High Yanxiety. I'm Chris Vitale. It's been a weekend. It's definitely been a weekend with the Yankees up in Boston, and we were going to do one of these last night, but I'll let my co-host Pedro Lopez talk about this. What happened? First off, how you doing? How you doing?
Been better, but the sky hasn't fallen or anything. But
No, no, it has not. But I'm kind of glad we
everything's
didn't do
good.
it.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
We could not have the Cy Young Award winner come back.
Well, like I said, it's not bad for TBD to come
Not
in,
bad,
and
not a
turns
bad
out that it's
TBD.
the reigning Cy Young winner, so that's not a bad thing at all. Can't complain about that.
Can't complain about that.
But there is some stuff to complain about.
Let's get
Obviously.
into it. Let's get
Well,
it right
I'm glad we didn't do it last night because I'm sure we would have said something that
things
we wouldn't have.
we were regretted.
Well, not so much regret.
Said
Well, probably when
something
we couldn't get any
regret.
guests anymore, but I think that's why it's a good idea. It's just me and you on this, so we don't go getting anybody fired or in trouble or anything.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No. So we can complain all we want, though. And I'm about to. First thing, let's talk about that. What was it? The seventh inning, Glaber's at bat, which quite possibly might have been the worst at bat I've may have ever seen. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-0. You take two right down the dick. I get taking one, but eventually you got to take the freaking bat off your shoulder. Not on the one, not on that, not in that pitch in the dirt. And I know you were pissed.
No,
so
man,
how have you recovered from that one today?
I'm a lot better than I was yesterday. Last night was
too.
very aggravating to watch. It wasn't the result that I was upset about, if that makes sense. So let me explain. It was the process, right?
Yes.
I forget who the pitcher's name was, but the man was all over the place in those first three pitches.
His name was Kelly. The guy with the big,
just another Kelly. So,
imagine
we had ball one out well out of the zone, ball two well out of the zone. Glaber didn't have to do anything. He was just like, oh, well, it's not even competitive. So we all knew, for the most part, I've seen enough baseball to think, bases loaded, the tying run on third. He hasn't thrown a strike yet. He just came right into the game through the first three pitches for balls. Maybe we should just make him throw a strike, see if he can even do it. Yeah, and he lets it go. I'm like, oh, I'm okay with that. I would have been okay if he swung too, and it's fine. As long as if it was in the box, right down the dick. Let that slide, no problem. Now it's time. Now it's 3-1. Bases loaded. Run it. Tying run on third base. Like, Glaber, you trying to get paid or what, bro? Like, this is winning time. This is the time to do damage. What was the point of working to count to 3-1 to let another pitch? Everybody in the ballpark knew whatever you were going to get 3-1 in that situation, 3-0 in that situation, you're going to get the same pitch 3-1.
He has to throw a strike.
He has to. It's the same.
Making him chase on 3-1 isn't going to mean a damn thing.
It's not going to mean a damn thing. So he has this. He leaves the fucking bat on his shoulder. And at that point, I'm not even going to shit on it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I already knew what time it was. I know. I already knew what time it was.
I expected it.
Now, what I did not know was that he was going to go and be on swing mode no matter what all of a sudden. He let the first 5 pitches go. All of a sudden, he wants to swing at a pitch that was never going to be a strike to begin with.
In the other batter's box. And he bounced it. It was in the dirt. It was literally in the other batter's box.
What was the point of the first 5 pitches, man? What was if he stood there like a statue and watched strike 3, that would have been better than this.
That's
how bad that was.
I agree.
Because
it was
at
the
least
swing
this
that,
mind,
that pissed me
at
off.
least right. It was the swing, the time to swing was the pitch before, and now he wants to swing at something that was. And you saw 5 pitches already.
Yeah,
you saw 5. This is not the second pitch or the third pitch of the at bat, and he just disowned you. This was pitch number 6. Pitch number 6. And he threw you 2 strikes down the middle of the 2 previous pitches.
Yeah. 3-1 was the time. I mean, and then, it's just, 3-1 is the time. At least just try and get it in the outfield. That's it. I don't care if you fly out, man. Just get it in the outfield.
I was okay with him just not swing. Once he didn't
or just don't swing at all. Yeah,
just
exactly.
Don't swing at all. Just don't even swing at all.
It hasn't been going his way this year. There's no reason for him to swing whatsoever. And not that bad at that point. I agree with you 100%. Trevino didn't exactly have the best night ever. But he comes up next.
So he comes
that at that was just an ugly at bat, man.
That's what Jose Trevino does. Like we saw this a few times with Jose. Like one of the worst at bats I've ever seen in my life came from Jose Trevino. I think that was last year or 2 years ago, but that was like a 3-pitch sequence where it was good morning, good afternoon, good night, and he didn't swing at a single fucking strike.
Yeah.
They were all inside, one more inside than the last. And in this I knew what it already was once Glaber struck out like that. That it was a strong possibility we were going to come out of that with 0 runs because I understand what he did the last at bat, Trevino. But he wasn't going to do that again. What was the chances he's going to do that again? I would understand if I wouldn't be surprised if he got a single or double. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's been serviceable with the stick this year.
I felt like he gave us.
I'll give him that.
I felt like he kind of blew his load on that home run already.
Yeah,
so it's
he's not
I'm like I can't expect him to come through twice in the same game. I'm just not going to with Jose. I'm just not. So he predictably, of course, he couldn't fucking even put the ball in play at least. But better than a ground out that would have been a double play regardless. So he struck.
Well, that would have been
whatever.
And then you finally get DJ up there who makes contact, but it's too late for just contact.
Isn't it? I love how baseball works, where that last out would have meant so much more if it was out number 1 or number 2 in that inning.
Either other guy. Yeah.
Like any of those, that's what makes the inning. Like that was just a slap that was a cherry on top of that inning. Just now we're gonna get the deep fly ball that we could have gotten to tie the game.
Absolutely would have tied the game, and that was the cherry on top of the shit Sunday for that one. It really was, because it was just it was a slap in the face. It was just kind of like, God, come on, man. You can't do that. At least just get it there. So. Needless to say, the run doesn't score. At that point, I think I started making dinner. I mean, I had it on in the other room, and so I was listening to it. But I mean, again, what is it? The butterfly effect, where it's like, okay, we don't know what would have happened even if they did tie the score, because Boone probably wouldn't have used the same relievers who came in and also shit the bed. I mean, what happened with the bullpen here? Everybody, they're running all over the place on Trevino, which is not a good thing at all. Which is not a good thing.
All over the place.
I mean, they set a franchise record.
Catches.
The Red Sox have been around. They're older than dirt. They've been around longer than most dirt, and they set a franchise record last night for 9 stolen bases. I mean, a couple of them you could say, look, Stroman isn't the quickest guy to the plate. I understand that. Add that Trevino doesn't have the best arm. He's not Johnny Bench back there. Then you got guys wearing oven mitts that are this long, and then you can only disengage twice, and the bases are pizza boxes, according to Alex Cora. So, look, there are a lot of factors going in, but 9, you can't let 9 guys, just can't let guys take 9 bases.
We've seen this from Alex Cora before. We've seen him do this when he exposes catchers like that. It's just funny that it happened really in the third game, I guess, because between the solid singles, those seeing eye singles we've been getting all weekend, by the way. Like everything that was hitting on fucking ground felt like it was a fucking base hit.
Yep.
And the walks that Stroman was doing. The combination, you know what? The reason why we haven't seen that from another team attack Trevino the way that the Red Sox did, it's because you got to get the personnel of a lineup to do that for one.
You need the speed,
and then have Marcus Stroman to be the pitcher.
Yeah,
that is with Trevino, because the combo of those two, it's kind of weird that they didn't even make like an adjustment. At least after like stolen base number 3, like you don't see what the game plan is, guys. You don't see it.
Let's get together and let's try and figure this out a little.
And they finally got a pick up after 5 stolen bases. Stroman decided, hey, maybe I should step off. I should step out, and then somebody had to tell him that, of course. But at some point you got to go off. Memo. You can't be that predictable. You can't just be all right. Look in 1, 2. Like it can't.
And they're taking off on you.
Yeah, and Trevino with a shitty arm that he has already, that doesn't help him.
Not at all.
I think it's a combination of the two, and then it was a perfect storm.
Yeah, I mean, and the truth is, I said something about that on X today or whatever, and I got this gentleman, Howie Carpin, who works with MLB Network, and he actually said something. What truth is, you get the outs, those guys that are stealing, they're just in the left on base category. If you can get the outs after that, they're not getting in. Sox, I think, were 6 for 15 with runners in scoring position or something last night. And they were just so. I mean, the thing is, you have a ground ball pitcher in there like Stroman, and Stroman's been good this year. I'm not shitting on him. But I mean, guys have bad games. Rodon had a shit game the other night. It happens. It's a long season.
Stroman had a shit game on your birthday.
Yeah, but I mean, they still only lost 3-2. So I mean, and it was to Miami, so we're not gonna. I guess that counts as shit. But I mean, he didn't. But he didn't have 9 Marlins flying around the bases.
Well, the thing about when Marcus had
JFK.
Marcus's shit games ain't really like, you have to watch his shit games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I mean by that, it's like he's not getting like pistol whipped out there.
No, he's not getting beat up.
He's biting on the edges. He keeps biting on the edges.
He nibbles. Yeah.
He's a Jordan Montgomery nibbler. That's what he is. Yeah. He's a nibbler. So he's going if he's not getting those calls, he's going
and then he's walking people, and that'll kill you.
You can end up being 4 walks, and then that's when he gives up the double.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a ground ball pitcher. You do have to get those ground balls.
You got to get those ground balls, and
you got to get those ground balls, and then it's a pitcher's best friend. You get a double play here and there, and then these guys. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I mean, that was lovely. I had some choice words for my TV last night, so that was nice. The broadcast was terrible. The ESPN broadcast was just. I mean, they're interviewing the girl that works in the scoreboard, which was cool. That would be cool, but not in the middle of a game. You're just not showing an inning.
I would understand that in the blowout game.
A blowout or before the game as like a, in the pregame as kind of a thing. Like Tristan Casas was, speaking like he was getting, like a writer getting paid by the word. He just wouldn't shut up. I mean, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. His
yapper.
He was a yapper. He was a yapper. That dude needs to play some baseball, man, because I think he's just sitting in that dugout driving him a little batty.
I think I saw a tweet. I think it was Jared Carabas. I think he said, like, he asked, did Fox, did ESPN?
Fox was Saturday.
Was Saturday. It was like, did ESPN even ask him, did the guys in ESPN even ask him a question? Yeah. He's just.
I know they asked him to interview Dom Smith. That's about the only question I heard them ask. Yeah.
And it was him that was asking, of course. And then when Dom Smith was talking, it was kind of like almost like under his breath. But even then, Tristan Casas wasn't stopping yapping. He just kept yapping while he's trying to answer the question. I'm like, a man just likes to hear himself talk. Like, kind of
might need to lay off the Duncan
to watch. Yeah. Right.
Might need to lay off the Duncan a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe he was just kind of auditioning for a post-career gig with ESPN, but who the hell knows at this point?
I hear he's a yapper. He's a big yapper.
Yeah.
So it's just
all right. That's
himself.
Fair. But And again, a good thing that we didn't do this last night, aside from sitting on here where we would just be, it would be like that scene from The Wire where the two guys are just saying, fuck, motherfucker, constantly for about 10 minutes. That would have been the show. So at least today we have some news. Obviously we have the Yankees playing the Orioles this week.
That is
not exactly ideal that, going in with a game and a half lead on them, but, we knew we had Nestor starting tomorrow. Hopefully we get the good Nestor. But we had the big TBD for Wednesday. So, I don't know about you. I kind of assumed it would be, or it could have been Cody Poteet. So, it could have been either
I found out Garrett Cole struck out 10 minor leaguers in 4 innings. I was like, bring him up, man. Like, finish the rehab up here.
Yeah. At this point, they need it.
We're playing the Orioles anyway, so
now's the time. Just throw them at it.
Not that no shade on Poteet.
He's been great. He's been great.
Let's give him his flowers.
Absolutely,
he's appreciated in this time.
He filled in very nicely. But let's be honest. If the TBD, if you had to choose between Cody Poteet, who's been very serviceable, and the reigning AL Cy Young Award winner, obviously the choice is Cody Poteet. But no. So,
were you saying that about Louis Seal before the season started?
No. Well, no, Louis Seal, I just went.
That he ended up with better numbers than Cole in his Cy Young season.
I know.
I'm just fucking around. But
no, I know.
It's kind of funny. That's how it worked out, though.
I know. It is crazy, but it's I think. Look, obviously, that's going to be a huge boost considering that the Yankees, I think, up to now, have a 2.9 starters ERA, which is the best in the majors. Still, even after a couple of clunkers, 2.90 is nothing to sneeze at for staff, starting staff.
Mm-hmm.
Cole's going to come in. We hope, all we can hope is that he can go a little deeper into the game. Just because it's going to be a long series. I have a feeling, Nestor's going to have to try and get into the 7th again tomorrow. Get into the 7th. Because we're going to need this bullpen. I have a feeling we're going to need this bullpen this week, just because I do not know. Are they going to let Cole throw 90, 100? I doubt that.
That's why it's a great thing that it's a day off today.
Yeah, it helps.
Everybody
recharge,
get a boost any way that they can, and go at a team that's right on our heels in the division.
And speaking of the division, I'm looking at it right now. The Yankees somehow don't have a great ride. It's only 19 games in, with the division. I get that. It's it's not like it used to be where we're playing 19 games against everybody in the division here. So, 9 and 10 in the East right now, not great. So if they can come out of this on the over 500 within the division side, I think I'll be happy. Just take 2 out of 3. A sweep would be wonderful.
That's kind of every game, every series.
Every series this year, just win the series, and they, for the most part, they've done that all series long. They've lost a few, obviously, but
lost 2 of the last 3.
Well,
which was almost double what they fucking lost all season.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say you have a long leash, which they do technically. They have in a playoff picture, but not in the division. But
yeah,
they have a room for error. That's a room for error.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously home field advantage is a huge thing in the playoffs, but
let's strive for that for the first time since when?
That would be nice. Not have to go on the road, and
2012 was last when we had home field advantage.
Has it been that long? It's been 12 years.
Well, since the Judge era, we never had the number 1 seed, at least not in the American.
No, that's true.
2012,
Boston or Houston,
definitely the number 1.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. God,
12 years.
12 years, man. 12 years. So it would be nice. I know it's too early to really, it's not too early to panic. It is too early to panic, but it's not too early to voice a couple concerns. And I think we're, a couple concerns have,
and that's okay. It's a couple of concerns. We survived those concerns.
Yes.
Because, I mean,
Cole's back.
When you got literally the two best hitters in the game right now, and it's hitting back to back, it helps your offense a lot.
It does. It helps a lot, but it also
outside of
you
those,
can't have 5 through 9 stinking it up either right now.
Yeah, 1 through 4 has been doing their job all year.
Yeah,
5 through 9's been maybe here, a little bit there. Like I need a little more consistency.
Yeah,
and 7 through 9 had a few games where they were just
they carried them. Absolutely, there have been a couple.
Now we're at a stretch where it's like, well, this is a little too much PTSD from last season's team.
Yeah, I think that's what worries fans a lot too, man.
Last half of 2022 and all of last year, it's like we've seen this movie before.
Yeah,
Rizzo playing the way, hitting it the way he was hitting. We've seen that before, and then well, we'll get into that later.
Yep,
we've seen Glaber be Glaber. We've seen that one before. Not a winning player. I've held my tongue with Glaber for a long time.
Yeah,
I've given a lot of the benefit of the doubt, but now it's like, my man, you are in season 6, 7.
Yeah, it's getting late early.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Season 6. No, 7. 2018.
Yeah, you're not a kid. You're not a young. You're not like
you are
at this point. You're a veteran.
Player.
You're a veteran player. Yeah. You cannot make these freaking mental mistakes and just but is he? I mean, somebody will pay him. But my God, I always give the benefit of that. I'm like, this guy's getting a contract here. He's gonna play.
So you know what's something about
you're looking at what Soto's doing. I mean, like, these are guys at contract years that it's like, all right, well, shit. Now they up their value. Soto is upping his value when he's not playing, like in the Dodgers series. His value went up. He didn't even have to freaking step on the field. And
I saw some conspiracy on X talking about. Oh, look what Boris did. He manipulated it. Talking about. It was like it was scared. Oh, let's let him out against the Dodgers. See how well the Yankees do without them. See what they do without him. See what they do.
I don't buy at all. I mean, dude, Soto played 162 games last year. The guy posts. The guy shows up. He plays and he plays hard. I mean, he's not a guy who's missing games unless he absolutely has to.
There's a dog in there, a big one.
Yeah. He shows up, he plays. I mean, he's not pulling any shit like that.
No, he's the hitter version of CC Sabathia.
There you go. Yeah, younger and a little slimmer, but absolutely. But he's he's been great, obviously. And like I said, I mean, Judge, we saw what he did in his contract here when he bet on himself, and the boom, he goes out, he hits 62 fucking home runs. So I kind of was hoping Glaber would obviously not go out and hit 62 home runs, but I mean, kind of revert to form a little bit, at least hit into the gaps. When Glaber's hitting into the gaps, line drives to the gaps, that's when he's hitting well. And, I mean, he's right now, he can't get the ball out of the freaking infield half the time.
And I was thinking Soto would spend a lot of time with Soto in spring training. All we saw every other day was them two together.
Them two talking. Those two.
All of a sudden, we stopped watching. We stopped seeing that, didn't we? We stopped seeing that for a while now.
Yeah, and it shows. So I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. Yeah, I have no idea.
If he was just last year's Glaber, would have been fine.
Last year's Glaber, I mean, yes, he was the second best hitter on a pretty weak hitting team, which is, I mean, it's not exactly the highest bar to set.
That's exactly how you win 82 games.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, exactly, just be serviceable. Just be serviceable in the field as well. Because I can't even tell you, I've been to 2 or 3 games. I think 2 games I've been to this year that they have lost. Glaber had some weird defensive miscue, and it just all snowballs from there. It's just somehow, I don't know how the hell it happens. He just does something boneheaded, and all of a sudden guys start coming around to score, and the Yankees can't overcome it. So if somebody has a voodoo doll of him, take the friggin' pin out of his brain and let him fucking remember how to play baseball, because this is getting a little much. I mean, we need this guy to produce.
He's just not that player.
No,
that's what it is. This is all I've been seeing all over the years, and I was huge on Glaber when he came up.
Oh yeah,
thinking he would be so much better than he is now, and it's like,
because he was better than he is now. I mean, he still made like a couple bonehead plays.
You had those, yeah, right. But you accounted that to him being young,
and
dumb.
Yeah,
young and dumb.
No, that's not so much.
Still making those weird fucking plays. Where it's just like, this is just who you are, huh?
Yeah, and it sucks.
And he's not a championship player.
No, and you know something? The bat, at least the bat was hiding it a little bit with Glaber. The last couple years, I mean, he at least you could kind of deal with that nonchalant thing where it's like, oh, it's just the way he plays. That's how Cano was. That's not.
Like, listen,
he's not Robinson Cano. I'm sorry, he's just not Robinson Cano.
He's not with that catch that he dropped. I've never seen him drop that before.
No,
I've seen him catch that 10 times out of 10 times.
Well, I don't really understand why he held the glove like down by his. I mean, there's no reason to showboat that. There's no reason to showboat that catch. Just go up, get the fucking ball, put it away. I don't care if you're Ricky Henderson it and do that thing or whatever. But
well, Ricky Henderson did it after he
caught the ball. Yeah, actually had the ball in his glove. So that's kind of
he barreled the ball. That's what he did.
Yeah. So, so that's where Glaber is here. He needs to wake up. I don't know if it's going to happen or else. I don't know. I don't know what trade value he might have to someone, but
he's not going anywhere, man.
I know he's not going. He would have, if he was going anywhere, he would have been gone already. Yeah.
That's a trade. You trade Glaber in the offseason. You don't trade him in the season.
He's not going anywhere midseason. And I keep seeing all the crazy trade rumors already all over the internet and everything. And it's, according to some people, they're going to get a first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, a reliever, two relievers. And, we should look for a catcher. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on, man. Sure. If anything,
everybody but Judge and Soto, literally.
More or less. And again, Verdugo can stay, apparently. But,
and the shortstop.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, with the news on Rizzo today, which we got, fractured arm, which sucks for him. I mean, I'm not, never want to see anybody get hurt. I mean, I've been on him all year for not really doing anything, but, it's just, it's rough. They say 4 to 6 weeks. It's a broken arm. I don't know how the hell that's 4 to 6 weeks, but
I don't know how the hell he broke it. Damn.
He just must have,
it did. I think he just
too. I mean, and you just
his right arm, right?
Weight, all your weight on your arm, you're landing. I mean, like, I mean, I heard somebody recently, not a baseball player, but somebody else, they broke a part of their foot putting on a shoe, and it was like, weird shit. Oh, it was Wanda Sykes. Went to go see Wanda Sykes not long ago, and she said something. She's like, something about getting older. She's like, I broke three bones of my foot taking off my Jordans. So I mean, weird shit does happen to people, but I mean, and if you're that size of a guy like Rizzo, you're running full speed. Somebody,
I get it.
Knocks you off.
Also, just get older.
You get more brittle.
Bone density gets low.
Yeah. So I mean, weird shit happens. So, but I mean, now they're going to have to address first base, and I don't know if DJ is,
which they were going to have to do anyway
at some point. Yeah, but I mean, I think everybody. I don't think anybody expected this to happen, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is at first base. I don't know if it.
I think the answer is for now. It's
DJ for now because there's nobody else unless they bring up Ben Rice, but there's nowhere to put him because there's no spot on the 40 unless they maybe retro Clark Schmidt to the 60. The 60 day.
But he was already on the 60 day.
I thought he was on the 15, but I'm not positive. But I think if they do that, I think they can sneak Rice onto the 40 for a bit. But I don't know. I mean, I mean, is he the answer? Who the hell knows? But it's got to be worth a shot because they have to do something. I don't know what else they could do.
I think for the time being, it's going to be.
Oswaldo at third, and yeah. And I mean, it's a weird thing when it's
I looked at the calendar for 6 weeks. 6 weeks is what week 6 is, right?
It's about the trade deadline, isn't it? Yeah.
The week of the trade deadline. So it's going to be.
Just got to navigate.
If I'm the Yankees, I'm for the next week or so. But like. I'm making some calls to see if some teams are willing to go some first base up now, or bring up the kid Ben Rice to see what he got. But I gotta check
You
that
can see what he's got for a couple weeks. If you can get him on the roster, see what he's got for a couple weeks. Look, if it works out, great. If not, you still have the trade deadline to address it. But I think, you just have to get another bat in there. I don't know who's available because it seems like almost every team, even the sub 500 teams in the National League, are a couple games out of the last wild card. So I don't know who's
It was
selling.
only 11. Like last
It's
time
insane.
I checked, there was only 11 teams that were over 500 to begin with.
I don't even think it was that many. I don't even think it's that many. I'm pretty sure there were. It's like it might be now, but I think last week. Well, yeah, no, because Kernan wrote about it. And I think it was 10 or 11 teams across all of Major League Baseball that were over 500. So, now that everybody makes the playoffs,
you can move. He's currently on the 50. Yeah, Clark Smith. He's on Clark. He's on the 15. So if you could move him to the 60.
Yeah, you bring up Rice, you see what you have in him. I don't know, and it can't hurt. I think he has something like 55 games under his belt at first base in the minors. So it's not like he's never played there before. But he's going to have to learn because first base is going to be open next year anyway. I mean, this is kind of Rizzo has. I think the club has the option to pick him up or something. I don't see that happening at all. Or he might just be a UFA, which I'm not positive on this one. But either way, I don't see him coming back. And that outfield is going to be, he's going to be blocked in that outfield, even if they don't bring back, if they don't bring back Verdugo, which I don't see happening.
I mean,
they're not moving anybody else.
$20 million this year.
$20 million. And there's no way they're bringing him back for anything remotely close to that. I appreciate the leadership of the clubhouse, the chemistry, all that's great. But on the field matters too. What you do on that field matters as well. So, and I hate to say because I always liked Rizzo. I liked him when he was with the Cubs. But, all good things must end, unfortunately. So I just think his tenure here, this is the end of the road for him. Not this, but this season, no matter what. I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere. They're not going to cut him.
If they could find a better first baseman right now, production-wise, Riz, you're going to have to come off the bench, baby. Straight up and down.
Yeah.
Straight up and down. Because if this is not an all-in year, I don't know what
it has to be.
It's 40% of this roster are free agents coming up.
Yeah.
40%.
Including one of the biggest pieces on this roster.
So, listen, this is it. This is not it. You know what I mean? But this is
as close as it's been for a while.
There's nobody in our way other than the Orioles. I'm not disrespecting them, but
not in the American League.
About the Orioles, it's us. Yeah. And I feel confident. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the Orioles, and they're going to make moves. So the Yankees.
Well, that's the thing.
The Yankees got no choice but to make the moves. This is not going to be in 2019 where they sat pat like idiots.
Yeah.
Wow. Meanwhile, the Astros trade for Zach Greinke. Oh, and where's Zach Greinke? On the mound at Yankee Stadium. Why?
Yeah.
At the time he got traded. Yeah. They had Cole and Verlander. They're like, you know what? Let's get better. Let's go get Zach Greinke, even though we won a championship 2 years ago. How about that?
I mean, I agree with you. I think the Orioles obviously are going to be going after. I mean, they're going to be going after the same guys that the Yankees are going to be looking at. I'm sure.
Yeah, and they're going to they got whatever they could pay anything.
They got
the Orioles can get whatever
a lot of depth.
They want.
Yeah,
that's the thing. The Orioles can. They are the bad bitch.
Yeah,
and they're the bad bitch in the club. Listen, they ain't gotta do much. Nope. Be like, hey.
Well, and speaking of, you're gonna have the Dodgers shelling out money. I'm sure they're gonna go after somebody. I don't know who they're gonna go after, but I mean, you lose Mookie for a couple months. That's there's no way they're not signing somebody, trading for somebody.
Yeah, you can't like Gavin Luxon. What right
Yeah.
Miguel
I mean,
Rojas.
Mookie Betts was having, he was having an MVP type season again. And it's a damn shame to see that. Those damn Royals pitchers
Right.
are a menace to Major League Baseball. First, they take out freaking Aaron Judge. Now they're taking out Marcus Lim Betts. I don't like it. I think it's horseshit, and I think they need to do something about it. They need to rein these guys in a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's exactly what I thought when I saw
The first thing I
was
thought.
like, the Royals again? That's
Again,
what they do?
yeah.
That's what they do.
You can't beat them, break their hands.
Those
It's just
fuckers.
Those
fuckers, man.
And I know that guy. They're when the Yankees were playing the Royals, they were giving his whole story. It was like, he's been out of baseball for years. And
Jacob Junis.
oh well, no, that's the guy who hit Judge. Yeah, this guy Dan Altavilla was the guy.
Yeah, he pitched against.
He comes in.
Series.
He pitched against it. He didn't hit anybody. I don't think.
No, he got 1, 2, 3. I think he struck out the side.
He actually had that's right. He had a great. He came in. He struck out the side, and then he goes out. He's pitching in L.A. and he almost kills Mookie. But they're talking about his story, and he'd been out of the league. He was injured, and I think it was like his first appearance in something like 1,360 something days, and it's like, all right, that's a nice little story or whatever. And now he's public enemy number 1 in LA. So how quickly these things change?
How quickly they change?
How quickly?
Quick. They change quick.
They do. They do. So now, getting into this Orioles series, what do you want to see out of these guys? What do you think? What do you think we got? Let's be honest here. You think 2 out of 3? What do you think you're getting out of Cole? Let's start there. What do you think you're getting out of Cole? How long is his leash? Or do you think they're just waiting? He'll tell them by what he's throwing when he's done.
I think they'll go by pitch count. 70.
Yeah, I know they will.
5 pitches.
Much as I hate it.
Be his max. Mind you, the Orioles are in midseason form. Garrett Cole does not. So maybe we should temper our expectations for that start.
Yeah.
Like the Orioles the hitter's been doing this for 3 months now. So just about 3 months now. So they're in midseason form. So we can't really expect Cole to go out there and be, Garrett Cole dominant. But it would also not surprise me. So
he could go out there and throw 6 innings or 5 innings of just dominant,
right.
But you never know. Yeah. So
I will tell you this much. The thing about Nestor Cortez is he doesn't seem like a guy that's going to stop a bleeding. He's not the stop the bleeding guy.
He's not like CC used to do that. You have a couple losses, and Andy used to do it before, absolutely. But CC did that, most recently. Like he was the stopper. He would come in.
Need a stopper.
Absolutely. So
Nestor has shown time and time again. No, let's bleed a little bit more. And I got nothing but love for Nestor. He's solid
Nestor fan.
He's just the worst of the 5 that are doing great this year. All 5 of them doing great. Like
that just tells you how
much.
Yeah, that tells you how well the other guys are doing. Because Nestor's not having a bad year by any means. But
he's not having a terrible year at all either. And you would have sworn he was, based on what social media is telling you.
Well, yeah,
but at the same time, with saying that, not a stopper. Like we need the bats to at least give them some runs early.
Yeah. I think tomorrow has to certainly the bats have to show up tomorrow. I wouldn't want to. You can't just count on Nestor to go out and throw, give you seven shutout. As much as I would love to.
As much as you would love to.
As much as I would love to. I'm trying to see who's Nestor going against tomorrow. Do you know? Do you have that?
Yeah. Nestor is going against Suarez.
All right.
Albert Suarez. His numbers in the 2024 regular season goes 14 games, 3-0 record, 1.61 ERA, 44 2/3 innings, struck out
44
37
innings. Okay.
and struck out 37 with a 1.05 whip. And that's Albert Suarez. 44 innings pitched with a 1.61 ERA.
Yep. All right. So then you get Garrett Cole. Well, see, I mean, here's one thing about the Orioles is they did have a couple pitchers go down. So, I mean, we're not exactly getting the best of their rotation either. I mean, you got Cade Povich on the Wednesday game going against Cole. I believe they just brought him up. I think he only pitched one game. He only pitched 1 or 2 games so far, but not great. But I know he got shelled in one, so his ERA was skyrocketed. But right now, 0-1 with the 4.76. But I like Cole against that. But I mean, this Albert Suarez, I don't know if I've seen him pitch a game this year.
I think he might be an opener.
And he sounds like a reliever to me.
Yeah,
with
because his last 7
games, ERA.
He started 4 games out of the 7. So 3 of them were in relief for starting.
So they're going bullpen game.
They're going bullpen.
Which the Yankees always seem to have trouble with.
Of course.
They
have trouble with no-name pitchers and
bullpen games. Yeah.
Shouts to the Rays on that.
Yeah. Thanks for showing that one. No, he was a first-round pick of the Diamondbacks, this guy. I don't recognize him, Suarez. And then, all right. And then Thursday, we got Luis Heel coming in, going against Cole Irvin. Yeah. All right. A lefty. So, I could see the Yankees taking 2 or 3.
Nothing after one game. Damn.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. 405.
The Yankees have been good in day games. So, all right. I mean, they've been pretty good overall. But 17 and 8 in day games. Yeah. You have Heel on the mound. They've been 17 and 8 in day games so far this year. Yeah. Yeah, because they do have a lefty on the mound, and that's a hole. They are 9 and 6 versus lefties, so I guess that's over 500. But the Orioles are 17 and 6 in the division, 23 and 11 in day games. So, well, shit, they're pretty good too. Look, this is going to be a good series. We knew it, but I think if you can get 2 out of 3, that's a good run, because then you got Atlanta. You got Atlanta coming in, so it's going to be tough week. Well, they've been on a
Atlanta lately. 4-6 in the last 10.
Yeah, we know they haven't. They've had some bad luck, some bad injury luck, and then I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they missed.
They only have a plus 38 run differential,
which is crazy when you think about
not the Atlanta Braves offense that we know.
We're definitely not.
And Chris Sale just turning back.
I mean, he's been surprisingly good for them, and he's been the real deal. So, I mean, good for him. I mean, it's I'm sure the wind will blow and he'll get hurt. He'll somehow snap his neck because the wind blows. But I mean, you can't say enough about it. But Spencer Strider goes down for the year. All of a sudden, that trade for Sale looks a little better, because of what he's doing, and he's showing up, and he's been healthy, and he's been good. So
listen, I mean, what was that trade anyway? I mean, are we going off the beaten path here?
No, I mean, we're basically just looking ahead to the Yankees' next opponents. That's all.
Yeah, shit.
But I don't remember what that trade was, to be honest with you. I don't know what the hell they
got you right now.
For.
I got you right now. Because I knew Vaughn Grisham was.
It was Vaughn Grisham. Right.
And listen, that was an easy call for. It was kind of easy for the Braves to do that because where's he going to play?
Yeah,
they are.
that's true.
If there's any team that's set offensively when they're not injured, it's the Braves. They got them. They got them boys locked up everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And they get everybody locked up when they're young, and that's and just incontrollable, And yeah, I mean, there was nowhere for him to play. For the Braves to get a star in Sale who's turned out to be so important to them. Are the Yankees facing him? I didn't even, my laptop died next to me, so I can't tell. But
I think that's a lot. Let me. What was the last time he pitched?
Or is it too far ahead?
Nah, you should know what. Not really, because it should be easy by the schedule.
It's only the end of the week, really.
Braves site. Yep, he's online to pitch against us in his next start.
All right, so the return of our old friend Chris Sale,
and he pitched Friday, so yeah,
that makes perfect sense. Yeah, he's lined up. It should be interesting. So it's going to be a tough week. I'm curious to see how this works out with DJ at first full time and Cabrera at third. It's a weird thing, 2024, when you're kind of like, man, kind of wonder what happened to John Birdie. Because that was the depth infielder right there. That was a guy you can plug in, spell somebody, and I don't even know how he wound up on the 60-day. I thought he just hurt like a groin or something, and then that didn't.
No, remember where he hit the ball towards first, and it's like first step and a half, he went down like he got shot. I thought he tore his Achilles.
That's right. It looked like a sniper.
It was his calf. His first injury was his groin.
Okay. Yeah. No, I forgot about that one. I actually I must have not been watching that game because I saw the replay of it, and it took you reminding me.
Yeah.
But that sucks because I mean he would be. There you go. There's a guy who hits for contact, can steal bases, even though he hurt his groin and his calf.
He was a welcome addition to me. Like I thought
he really was. And he was starting to get, he's not giving you any power.
Yeah, he's not there for that. You got to get for that.
You got plenty of boppers in that lineup. Well, allegedly. So
allegedly.
But we shall see. Hopefully Stanton shows up this week. That would be nice. I keep seeing people wanting to bench Stanton. I was like, what the hell? How? Who are you going to put in there?
When it comes to Stanton, it's amazing. I've never seen so many Yankee fans with amnesia. When it comes to one player. Because he's been our best postseason player since 2020.
Yep.
And usually when that happens and you're in a Yankee uniform, you kind of get
you're endeared to the fans a little bit. Yeah.
Right. You're more endeared to the fans. You don't get slandered as much. But for some reason, when it comes to him, it's just like a huge eye roll. I'm like, he could be on a 2-week hot streak. And then the 1 week he's not good again is like.
Yeah. Well, he'll have 3 bad games and then I'll just get rid of him.
3 bad games. He'll strike out 4 times in a row.
And I don't know if this is the first time people have seen
all about his 2 weeks where he carried us.
Yeah, doesn't matter because he went 0 for a series, and then it's time to get rid of him and he's garbage. But when he goes on a tear, he's on a tear. I mean, when he gets hot, man, he's hitting the ball 500 feet. I mean, like look at and another funny thing about Stanton, I think he's getting shit on unfairly this year. I really do because I think he's having a pretty good year, man, and it's pretty much been for a while. That fans are really shitting on Stanton. And, one thing I see a lot, like, he's hitting home runs when they're already winning. Well, you know what? The Yankees have the most runs in the first inning out of any team in Major League Baseball. So it's kind of hard for him to not hit something when they're already winning when he's hitting 6th in the lineup. I mean, it's kind of, you're already up 2-0. Okay.
Up to the plate.
Yeah, I guess I might as well just sit here and have that with Glaber's like Come on. I just think it's an insane argument to me. I think the guy gets so much hate. And look, believe me, I get frustrated too when he's
He gets more
cold.
hate
You know,
than
he
DJ
goes
LeMay.
cold, but yeah, and he's actually hitting pretty well with guys on running. You know, guys in scoring position this year, guys on base. You know, what do you expect the guy to do? So you know, I don't get it. I think
You win a batting title here, and as a Yankee, the fans really, really, really love you.
Yeah,
really, really love you because what's DJ LeMahieu's?
I think he's hitting 188.
Postseason. What the? What's his postseason? Let's compare them to Stanton's. Okay, he's been a respectable postseason hitter. He's been a respectable. What about for us? Let's go.
Well, that's the thing.
Let me do this. Let me highlight these years for the Yankees. I don't really care what he did with the fucking Rockies.
Yeah, that's.
And yes, he made the postseason with the Rockies.
Well, the Rockies used to be a Major League Baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, you got really what they got regulated, or at least they should.
Yeah, you know the pre Chris Bryant era, they were.
All right, here's the numbers. Oh, they're not gonna accumulate them for me. All right, just go to stat news. I thought, I went to Baseball Reference. You know how you could highlight.
It's
and it'll just pop up. And it's not popping up for me for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, I think my laptop did everything short of light on fire. I heard it making noise the entire time, and it just crapped out on me. It's hot.
Post.
So I mean, it is, but again, it's DJ. I don't know. We always talk about back of the baseball card. I don't know if he's past that point in his career where this might be who he is now, just from all the injuries, missing so much time. I don't know. I had more faith in DJ kind of coming out of it than Rizzo, but now I'm not even so sure. I think he'll be okay. I mean, I don't think he's going to do what he did in the second half last year where he came back and he hit like 302. That was nice. But I don't see him doing that this year. He's got a long swing half the time. I don't know if he's got that in him. What do you got for me, Joe?
Solid postseason in 16 games, granted, small sample size. Said 306, 22 hits, 3 homers, 11 ribbies, 14 runs scored.
Can't really complain about that. Yeah. So I mean, I still think he's gonna. I think DJ gets a little more rope just because he was out for so long. I think he gets a little more of a leash. If the other guys can step up around him, I think they can.
3 years has been like this, though.
Well, he's been hurt all the time.
Well, yeah, with every passing day, he gets older too.
He's undefeated. I know. I mean, but it's
every waking day, we're further and further away from 2020.
Yeah, no, this is true.
So, at some point, people are gonna have to get off the titty. Maybe he's just not good. Defense, he's fine.
Defensively, his glove is fine. Yeah. But he can't run. He runs. He can't run. And there's already a couple. There are already enough guys on this team that can't run.
To that, and this, like you mentioned earlier in the shows, like you got Alex Cora saying the bases of pizza boxes. You got the timer for the pitchers. Like, it's advantageous that you get guys in the lineup that can run and move.
You need athletic guys in there.
Now,
absolutely.
Get this, like in 5 years from now, we're going to see a lot more of that because when has the pitch clock been? This is the second year of the pitch clock, right?
Second year, and they changed it a little bit.
We still haven't seen teams really implement their personnel to fit that.
Braves did it a bit.
But in 5 years,
Braves did it a bit last year. You had Acuna stealing 72 friggin' bases.
Yeah, the Braves did, but there's going to be more than just one team doing it in 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, well,
they're gonna get used to it, and they're gonna find out, hey man, we can't keep guys like DJ LeMay around because It's
they're
advantageous.
going to age out. I mean, and they already are.
We need to
it sucks to say. I mean, guys like Rizzo, guys like DJ, they are going to age out. Stanton, I mean, Stanton.
That's that's two cones right there.
Yeah. I mean, they're
on the bases,
they're like trees.
They're not hitting home runs.
Glaber can't run either. I mean, he's not even old.
That's a third. Yeah, I knew he was. I knew he was slow as hell.
Oh, he's
rookie year when he made the last out of the postseason.
Oh,
you couldn't beat that at 21 years old. You couldn't beat that.
Yeah,
you're fucking.
Well, what was his issue? He's had hip issues, and they don't go away. They don't get better.
He's just not blessed with speed.
So he was slow to start with, or he was just not busting it out. But now,
it was a chop. That was a chop. Yeah, he was just never going to be fast. That was never his MO anyway.
But now he absolutely cannot be fast. And seriously, once your hip starts going, it's done.
Well, that's a 30-year lineup. They can't fucking move.
Yeah, they can't move. Trevino's not fucking winning any races. Wells can't win any races. I mean, Verdugo can run. Obviously, yeah. Soto can run. Judge can run. But I mean, there's nobody else that. Volpe's fast. Volpe's obviously
the only guy you can really say that's fast.
Yeah, that's legitimately fast. Volpe. Yeah. Verdugo has some decent speed. But as far as fast guy, that's Grisham can run, but I mean, how often are you going to run him out there? To be honest, unless he's a pinch runner in the postseason. So, but I agree with you 100%. That's something that they will have to address. I mean, and
we are getting younger.
5 years.
Spencer Jones he could run like the wind,
and he's a monster too. Yeah.
To run like the wind. There's a couple other guys down there in the farm that can run too. So.
Dominguez can run. So these two.
The U movement. This is going to be the second wave. The baby bombers.
Yeah. Well, this is the one. This is the one where the baby bombers are now the vets. So, or gone.
Yeah. No, the baby bomb is just Judge.
Just Judge. Like the rest of them are gone.
That's it. Everybody else gone.
Yeah, they are gone, aren't they? Yeah, Gary's gone. Glaber will be gone.
Yeah, Clint gone. Gary gone. Luis Severino gone.
Long gone. Severino gone. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, this will be the second one where Judge is the captain, and I'm looking forward to it. In one thing, we're coming up on the hour here, but one thing I will say, and I do think that with Dominguez going down with that oblique, that's never 2 weeks. Never. So I think he'll come back, he'll rehab, he'll get some more at-bats, get back into it. I hate that now it's only one call-up in September. I used to love the 40. You just bring up anybody on the 40, bring him up, let him spend some time in a major league dugout, get into a major league game, get some time up there. Because then you can kind of see what you have a little bit. I know Dominguez is going to be that guy, barring injury to knock on wood, barring injury to any of the outfielders. Dominguez will probably not come up until September, but that means we're not going to see a chance to get, we're probably not going to see Spencer Jones, probably not going to see Ben Rice unless they bring him in for Rizzo. So I don't know. That's for my little final thought on the day. I kind of wish they would expand that a little bit. Maybe it doesn't have to be all 40, but I don't know. Because I want to see the kids play in September too. Unless it's a tight ass.
Maybe you see one of them play in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
then
Woes. Possible. Well, hey, I'm in. So listen, what do you got for? Give me a final thought for the upcoming week and the shitty weekend that we'd rather forget. That just happened.
Well, that was hopefully the worst series we're going to see the Yankees play in 2024. That was last two games looked very much like 2022. Excuse me. Yeah, well, part of 2022, 2023. And a little PTSD there when
a little bit
when Judge and Soto ain't getting 3 hits apiece. Nobody else is really doing it. That's scary as hell.
Yeah.
But being that it's 2024, all in season, we'll get some upgrades. It's okay. We are first place, still a first place team. We got the second place team right behind us coming in the stadium. If we want some space, it's there for the taking.
Yeah.
Go fucking get it. Go get it. It's a big series. It's a huge series. This is the biggest series of the season so far.
100%.
And we got our ace and reigning Cy Young Award winner.
I love that.
Pitching the second game of that.
This is true.
Like, there's a lot to be excited about, guys. We got the day off. We get to relax, ease the mind. You know, the Anthony Rizzo thing was a bummer, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for somebody to rise up, step the fuck up, and do it better and outperform what Rizzo did. Now is the time, DJ. Mr. 643 double play. Now's the time. Or maybe if he's not going to do the job, or Cabrera's not going to do the job, let's bring up the kid, Ben Rice. Yeah. Somebody's going to have to do the job, and we're going to find out in the next 6 weeks.
Couldn't agree more. Well, listen, once again, thank you. And we will come back after this week of, look at the Orioles in Atlanta. So we will come back and recap this. Hopefully it's a joyous occasion. I'm hoping.
What's your prediction in the next 6 games? What's the record?
I'd like 4-2. I think 4-2 is doable.
I see 3-3.
I was going to say 3-3, but I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to change my ways in my old age. So I was going to be optimistic, but I would be okay with 3-3. I think they can pull off 4-2. So I'm going to go with 4-2.
5-1 would be exceptional.
Just because these series are both at home.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm with it. And just because the series these are both at home. So I think they've spent a lot of time on the damn road.
You should be able to take the Atlanta series.
Yeah.
You should be able to take
that I think could sweep. Yeah, I think they could sweep them. Just as they're constructed now.
Then 5-1 will be on the table.
Well, then 5-1 would be on the table. But I think 4-2 being more realistic, 3-3 would be my floor. Anything lower than that, this is going to be an.
I don't see us having a loser
next week. No, I don't either. I think that at the very least they'll split it, but I do think that they'll come out on top 4-2. I think they win each game each series 2-1. That's just my weird prediction. So, but we'll find out. Either next week we're going to be here just ripping a damn hair out, or we're going to be celebrating.
World Series back on.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's Pedro Lopez. I'm Chris Vitale. This has been High Yanxiety, and we will be back next week. A little more action for you. Adios.